In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to get your cams ready to actually be placed into your automata. So they should have these different planes in them. So they should have this plane, which is a mid plane. And then they should have a parallel plane right here going through a point and an axis. So it seems like a lot, but once you do one or two of them, you get the hang of it pretty quick. So what I'll do is we'll just start with this one. I'll go ahead and remove these planes so you can kind of see what to do. So the very first thing I want to do is I want to put a mid plane in between there. So essentially what I'm saying is there should be a plane that goes right down the middle of this. So I go up here to plane. Now remember, I'm on the 3D model menu. So I'm going to go to plane. I'm going to click the down arrow. And I'm going to choose mid plane between two planes. So I'll click there. And I'm going to click this side, so one face, and I'll rotate. And I want to get to the other face. So to get out of rotate mode, I'll press escape, and then I'll hit the other side. So now you can see I've got a plane that goes right down the middle of that. That's very important to have. So that's the easy part. Now we'll move on to the other stuff. We're going to put a point in now. So I'm going to actually click the arrow right here beside point. And I'm going to say center point of loop of edges. So I'll click that in, center point of loop of edges. And I'll just click in here. I'm just going to click the outside diameter, or excuse me, outside circumference here of this circle. And you notice it'll put that point in there. It's really faint, but it's there. The next thing I'll do is I'll actually put an axis in. And I can click the down arrow here, or I can just take the default. Really what I'm looking for is through center or circular, but I can just click axis and that. Click the circle itself. Now you can see it put an axis in there. It's really small, so I recommend you cheat a little bit here. If you highlight that axis and you click on the end of it, you see those little yellow circles? If I click and drag that, it'll lengthen that out. Stretching this axis really helps as we move forward to see things a little bit better in our assembly. So the last part I think is the hardest part for us. We're actually going to have to put a plane that goes through here. Now to do this, I want to go over here and expand right here. I want to expand that plus sign. So now you can see I have the YZ plane, and all I'm doing is just highlighting. I'm not clicking anything. I have the XZ plane, and I have the XY plane. What I need is something that's perpendicular. So that would work, as would the YZ plane. But what I want to do is kind of make note of that. I'm going to use the XZ plane. I'm going to go over here to plane, and I'm going to say parallel to plane through point. So I'll click that in. First thing I'm going to do is actually click that little point that I put in. And then I'm going to come over here and highlight. And remember, I said I wanted to use the XZ plane for this because you can see that it's going to show up right about there. And when I click that plane right over here, I'm actually going to click it. You see that it puts that plane in for me. So now when I zoom out, this cam is ready to go. It's ready to be put in the actual assembly.